What is up, fellas? How y'all doing? We are back to From Season 3, Episode 2. We're gonna watch another breakdown. It released. Oh, that is a trailer breakdown. I don't want to watch the trailer breakdown. Um. Okay, breakdown theories. Let's refresh it. I better find a good one. Okay. I don't have the ending explained. Okay, this one I think is the one we're gonna go with, fellas. So, um, and it has some Episode 3 theories as well. We'll go ahead and go with this.
And the theories that will have you on the edge of your seat. Rumble is
Okay. Okay, so basically, let's check it out. I'm going to respond as things happen with maybe predictions I thought there was and different things like that. We're going to fix it along the way. So, all right, let's do this.
Rumble is falling apart and the nightmare is getting personal. We're breaking down the ending of episode 2, When We Go. And in this video, we're explaining some shocking discoveries, those heartbreaking losses, and the theories that will have you on the edge of your seat. But let's talk about When We Go, because
Yeah, just FYI, if you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you go watch it before you watch this.
that title is heavy. It's not just about leaving, it's about loss, about those impossible choices, about the feeling that no matter how hard you try to escape, Frambill's trap is inescapable. It sets a sad tone for the episode, and you just know things are about to get even more intense as we go on. The first thing that we're going to explore, and that is into Tabitha's mind-bending discovery in the real world, which is explained in the symbolism of those creepy paintings in Henry's basement.
Before we go any further with this, the one thing that old guy still thinks his whole family's alive, right? And it's only Victor. She hasn't said Victor's the only one alive. I thought that maybe his wife made it back. We're getting confirmation if she made it back, she never went back home. So, um, at this point, we have to assume she didn't make it back. Um, and his daughter, she's dead. So basically, Victor's the only one alive, but she has not told him that.
Because a lot of them already connect to the story shown in From. And we're also gonna explore those theories about what's coming in episode 3. Okay, so remember how Tabitha woke up in that hospital in the real world? It was totally shocking, and we all thought she was gone for good or actually in the fake world. But this is From, where those twists and turns always keep us guessing. Her escape, it raised a lot of questions. It's like the town influence is still messing with her mind, even outside of Fromville. And this episode, When We Go, starts to give us some answers, and they're way more complicated and way more unsettling than we expected. But here's where things get really creepy. So those paintings in Henry's basement is actually painted by Miranda before she even arrived in Fromville. And they're not just disturbing art, they're a roadmap to the town's darkest secrets. They're connected to Tabitha's journey, and we're seeing those same images, those same symbols popping up in both the real world and Fromville. But this is actually something that blew my mind. That means that people before arriving in Fromville may have images or dreams about it, connecting to Fromville being a nightmare. And
I uh, I thought that she had came back and made all those paintings, but it's suggesting here as in the show that that was before before she arrived up there. So we're gonna continue.
those drawings, we got the pilgrim, a symbol of journeys, of seeking new life, but in From, that pilgrimage has a seriously dark twist. You know what I mean? It's a search for answers in a place that only offers despair. And those 7 stones, they're like markers, as symbols of confinement, of being trapped. Think about the stones in the tunnels, those new creepy statues in the woods. It's a repeating motif, and it's definitely not a coincidence. And the diner and those 2 men in the portal, it's like a glimpse into another dimension, another reality perhaps. Is this how people arrive into the town, or is it something more evil? And that Civil War soldier is not just a figure from the past. Remember how Boyd found the year 1864 in that bottle tree? It's all connected. And we also see the kids playing. This could mean that the children arrive by boats, like we see in the caves. And with those caves, we actually see them here again. And you know what's really been bugging me? The man in yellow from Miranda's paintings.
I noticed that one too, and I was like, "Who is that?" I didn't know like on the top of my head who that may be, but yeah, I noticed that painting as well. I was like, "Who is that?"
He looks creepy and he's definitely not someone we have seen before. I don't think he's just a random man. I feel like he's a symbol, a clue to the town's hidden history, those events that took place before our characters arrive. And that color yellow is not just a fashion choice, it's often associated with deceit, betrayal, madness. What if
Maybe that guy in yellow isn't actually there. He's like an observer, basically, because we know there's some kind of observation going on. So let's continue, and I'll explain when I sense observation, like where it kind of confirmed it.
What if this man in yellow is connected to the town's origins, to the nature of the curse, or to even the Pied Piper legend? This is a mystery that I cannot wait for them to answer. But how does this all connect to Tabitha? It's like Miranda's paintings are a premonition, a warning. They're showing Tabitha the path she's on, the dangers she'll face, and understand more of. Remember back in season 2, episode 3, when Fatima tells Elgin that Nadia said about the town calling to her. I feel this is the same thing that happened to Miranda. Like people see this place before even arriving. That changes everything. Okay, but let's shift gears and talk about the gut-wrenching scene at Tian Chen funeral. Because it's from in its most emotionally raw moment. We're saying goodbye to a beloved character, and the grief in Fromville is huge. You can see it in Jim and Julie, and also in Ethan. And you know what's the most heartbreaking moment? It's actually seeing Kenny break down. That scene in the diner when he's destroying, it's not just anger.
I thought it was gonna be Kenny that died, not his mom. When he was in the trailer, I did when Boy was carrying. I thought it was gonna be Kenny, not his mom. But um, a lot of the stuff we saw in the starting trailer, we pretty much have seen it already. In these first two episodes, most of it at least.
It's a release of all that
There's still some other stuff we haven't seen yet, but for the most part, we're seeing most of it.
grief, his mom, his dad, the pain of losing his mother, the weight of the town's cruelty. It's like he's trying to shatter the darkness itself, but that darkness is not going anywhere. And that jukebox of playing the music of celebration, it's like the town's mocking him, twisting the knife more and more. And you know what's really unsettling?
Okay, when this thing started playing music, it's kind of like when I say an observers, they're like taunting him, like some of her observers are watching, and it's kind of like it's all being planned. I don't know. I feel like it's all being planned. Basically, it feels like there's somebody watching him, right? Um, that's connecting all this stuff. Question is it somebody in the town, or is it somebody else? I know it's interesting.
Settling about this episode is Fatima's pregnancy. It's like a twisted reflection of new life, a perversion of hope. We see her pulling something from her mouth, a loose tooth. It's a small detail, and this shows how the town can affect everyone. And her denial to food, those scenes where she's disgusted by even the smell of it. It's not just morning sickness, it's something more. So this is the theory that's been making a lot of sense, and that is the Ami Ona, that Japanese rain woman who steals children. In that water imagery, those dreams of Elgin, it's all starting to connect in a way that's seriously creepy. It's like Fatima is transformed.
There was a theory that Fatima is Fatima, however they refer to her name on this one, is that little thing in the dreams. It kind of feels like it's becoming very likely as this little point right here is progressing.
Forming into something more evil, becoming something other, something bad. And yes, I have said it before, but I will continue to say it. Tilly's not someone to be trusted. There's something sinister about the character. Maybe I could be wrong and she's playing a bigger role in Fatima's fate, but hey, let's see. So this whole storyline is setting up a
She's like the probably her and Randall were the two characters that came on the bus. Elgin's kind of there. There's a couple of them that came off that bus that are getting a little bit of attention, and she seems to be like really uplifting. So I don't know. It's interesting to see how she's gonna play out. Right now, it's hard to say because she just kind of says a few words here and there.
a dark and twisted journey. I'm not even sure if Fatima or Ellis or even the baby can survive it. But we have to talk about those scenes with Boyd and Donna because they're a masterclass in From signature blend of quiet tension and conflict. Boyd, he's struggling, he's trying to hold on to his leadership, but the town is falling apart and you can see the cracks in his facade. The weight of Tian Chen's death, the guilt of not being able to help her is crushing him. And Donna, she's not pulling any punches. She's calling him out for his decision, his risky plan to round up those animals, the way it led to more loss, more pain. That line, the game here is a rig. No matter what hand you play, you lose. It's a gut punch. It captures the despair that's setting over from Bill. That feeling of helplessness that no matter how hard they fight, they're trapped in a losing battle. And then here's a moment when Boyd tries to hug Donna and she pushes him away. It's a rejection, a sign that his leadership, his authority is crumbling down. It's a powerful scene, it's a turning point for both of these characters. It's making me wonder, how much more can Boyd take before he breaks? And what will Donna do? Would she step up and take charge? Or would she give up to the town's despair? This is
A lot of this is dragging out. I don't really have nothing to say, but we'll continue until he has something else set up that I want to kind of respond on.
going to be a major conflict this season.
I think it's time we change things up a little bit around here.
Things are getting worse around here, aren't they?
Look out!
Too many things are changing here.
I like the look of that next
Okay, but
trailer.
let's talk about episode 3, Mousetrap, where things are about to get really interesting.
I don't want to listen to anything he has to say about the next episode, but I think we'll tackle that after. We got to look at the trailer. Basically, the Tabitha thing is it's going to be kind of drawn. It seems like it's kind of drawing out. Victor's dad doesn't know his family's dead. We go into Kenny, right? His parents are both dead. He wants to fight back. It sounds like going into next week. Boyd wants to fight back too. He wants to trap one. It sounds like we're going on the offense. They've been on the defense this whole time. It's time for them to really go on the offense and see what they can do, right? They haven't tried burning him. They haven't really tried anything. It's been avoid him, just stay inside at dark. It sounds like this season we're going to start ramping up to figure out how to kill these things. It looks like it's the path that's going. They're ready to start fighting back. So Boyd is pretty much right now. We kind of pretty sure they want to torment him. They're having fun, kind of playing with him and battling him. He did kill one of them, so to them he's like a challenge. They want to see where they can take him, right? So I think right now he's safe. He's the only one in that place that is safe from not dying. Fatima's eating Fatima. Fatima, however they refer to her name on here, is she. I think if she's like turning into one, I don't know. It's really weird because she's eating the rot food and stuff like that. So for me, it makes it it's strange, but it's like almost like all the food was rotten just so it could feed her. I don't know, a little weird. But guys, I will put a link to this video if you want to watch the whole thing and see what else he has to say. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the continuance of From after the next episode, and then we'll kind of dig into this. But until then, I'm sure you'll have some other videos you'll see me in. So, guys, have a great one. I'll meet you guys soon.